Alright, so I'm gonna be going over, I don't know when I said alright. I didn't say hello, so that's rude. Hello everybody, welcome back to another review. Today I'm gonna be going over the Smackdown review from June, or the Smackdown show from June 27th. So yeah, how I usually do these reviews is that I go over all the matches and segments, rank all of them, and give the full show rating at the end of it. So yeah, if you can see that I'm clearly not enthusiastic enough to do this, because I'm not, because this was not that good of a show. We're gonna start off though. Start off with Cody. It started off really hilariously too. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. So they were coming out. They were doing their entrances. It was already like 14 minutes in the show, and then everything just goes out. Something happened in Saudi, and people were thinking a camel was munching on the freaking camera cord or something. No, it was an outage that happened in Saudi. It was around the entire arena. So I don't know what happened. It was like, or I don't know exactly what caused it. It was 110 degrees outside though, so yeah. That might be it. I don't know, because he can do things like that. Because I remember I live here in Texas, which, oh, the heat's terrible here. One time it got up to 120 and the power went out. Yeah, it literally knocked out my power. So the heat can sometimes do that. Yeah, so it happened there apparently. I'm assuming that happened because I don't know what else would have caused it. Maybe a camel just ate everything. I don't know, but yeah, the segment never really got going because yeah, it was out for a good 30 minutes. I was strumming my guitar on stream for like 30 minutes, and then it came back. So yeah, Cody and Randy does not get a rating from me because I didn't see any of it. So yeah, next up was Jimmy Uso versus JC Mateo, and once we got off from the signal outage or whatnot, we got bored because that match was not it. It was an awful match. Not an awful match, but it was just boring. No chemistry with these two whatsoever. I thought this was over. I did not want to see this again, and we saw it again. JC Mateo won. Who's surprised there? 2.4 out of 5. Jacob came out to save Jimmy. Rinse and repeat, everybody. My God. But yeah. Next up was the Women's United States Championship between Zelina Vega versus Julia. It was a good match. Just nothing too insane happened. I don't know. They just never give Zelina that much time. They never gave her mic work, which is criminal because she's a really good performer on the mic. But I guess we're moving on, I guess. Julia got the win, which honestly I'm pretty excited for because finally they can probably start caring about those titles. Like, Becky has the IC title, and they're doing pretty well with that one. But let's see if they can finally try and pick up the Women's US title. Hopefully they can. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go to 3.3 out of 5. Jade Cargill, Asuka, and Naomi was just a throwaway segment. I don't know. I'm going to give it a 3.1 out of 5. It was just a throwaway segment. Really nothing interesting came out of it. Just saying, hey, I'm going to beat you tomorrow. That's it. Now the show picked up really well because it was DIY versus Andrade and Rey Fenix. Man, just the smack. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said it like that. But man, the SmackDown tag division is honestly insane. It's incredible. My goodness, dude. It was just that match was amazing. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4.2 out of 5. It was just a really good match. Just the highlight of the entire night because nothing else was gonna top this. Andrade and Rey got the win, which is a little bit surprising to me because I wanted DIY to win, but nah, it's fine. It's fine. But like, damn, anybody versus anybody can have a banger match. Not for this next one though. The DIY match was good. I'm gonna give it a 4.2 out of 5. Next up, we had was a WWE Tag Team title match between the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six. That match wasn't great. It was picking up, but it wasn't great to start off. It was like 6 minutes long. It just wasn't great. And then a DQ happened. Okay. But yeah, because the entire tag division was at ringside, so yeah. And then literally the entire tag division, like all of the teams, except for Pretty Deadly, it was Motor City Machine Guns. I think it was DIY too. DIY, the Street Profits, Los Garza, and yeah, Eric Rowan took all of them out. There was like at least 10 people in the ring. It was insane. It was a lot of fun, man. It was just such a fun brawl. I don't think I've seen that in a minute. But the match wasn't great, though. I'm gonna give it a 2.7 out of 5. But I only have hope for this tag division because, oh my God, they're gonna cook. I swear. I just hope the Wyatt Six can start having better matches. They haven't really had good chemistry with anyone, so yeah, I don't know. Next up was the WWE Women's Championship between Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax in the last woman standing match. I kid you not, I was dead for most of this match. It was boring. It was slow. Some spots were cool, but like it was just slow moving, nothing happening. Just a routine last woman standing match. Just nothing creative, nothing really that good. Honestly, just I don't know. I didn't like it. And Tiffany retained. That's good, but yeah, hopefully they can just end this feud already. They've had one good match out of 3 they've had. So yeah, and that was the last one that like before this one. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 2.3 out of 5. It was honestly just more boring than the JC match. At least the Jimmy match finished quick. And then we have what is controversial of how I'm gonna rate this one. John Cena and CM Punk's final segment before Night of Champions. Now Punk said earlier in the the kickoff show, I think. I don't know what it was. I don't even know what it is. They started doing that last year. But I don't know I really don't know what it is. CM Punk was like, what I'm gonna do later tonight on SmackDown is gonna be really unexpected, and it was because he came out to basic thugonomics, and it was Punk live. But then, for some reason, it just came out all cringy, which I don't know. It just came out all cringy in my opinion. I don't know, the way CM Punk was rapping, it just felt off. Especially that last line. I don't know. He said a reference with Drake and Kendrick about their beef, and then he called John Cena his. All that. It was, I mean, that's cool about like what CM Punk did, like the cosplay, the Cubs jersey, the Bulls hat. It was great, but just the overall execution was just a little bit cringy in my opinion. I don't know. I still thought it was pretty good though. I'm gonna give it a 3.4 out of 5. That's about it. That's the entire show. No, honestly, there are the rankings if you want them, but oh my god, that's a show. Yeah, I mean, high expectations were for this show. The Cody Randy segment, we always expect a lot of amazingness from that because it's Cody and Randy. Except for Jimmy and JC, everything was set to deliver. The women's U.S. title match was good, I guess. The tag match was amazing, but both the other title matches were just horrible letdowns, and the show just carried on very weirdly. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 2.3 out of 5. It was a really bad show. Not as bad as the show that was on February 21st, I'm pretty sure. That was when The Rock came out. Ugh. But yeah, no. I'm sorry. This is going to do it for this one, everybody. Thank you for watching. Just weird. I don't know. Have a great day. Goodbye.